Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Genshin Impact reaction. Today we have Columbina's theme from To Where She Flies. Why am I doing this one specifically? Because I pulled Columbina today on stream thanks to a very generous donation from the viewer Leaks, who gave me the money to do a few more polls. Hold it, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. Yeah! Hell yeah! My pity was already somewhere high enough that it was like, oh, you might get it in the next few. So Leaks gave me a few extra pulls and we pulled Columbina. So I'm still hyped off of that because it only happened like maybe 2 hours ago. So I'm going to listen to this song that's in her trailer because I really don't know anything about Columbina. For those who have been following my streams, I'm just getting into the Fontaine stuff, really. I think I just finished Act 2 today. So Act 3 is on the way, and I'm nowhere near doing anything in Nod Cry yet, so I don't have any connection to this character, why she's important, who she is in the lore, etc. None of that. I got no clue, but I really liked her character design, and I'm like, it'd be really cool to have her. That was really the only reason, and she also works well with Llama, who I also pulled a few months ago, so it's just in general really cool. So I'm going to listen to this song, and without further ado, let's go! I do kind of wonder if there's going to be like dialogue over it, but it shouldn't affect too much. And I did figure she had something to do with Nod Cry on like an Archon style level. I don't know, but that's the vibe I've been getting. Ooh. Oh. I like how light and playful this is. No need for lyrics. She has this ballerina grace to her, too. The song does, too. It's got that light bounciness, like I said. Ooh. Oh, I thought that was like a flashback for her or something. Maybe it is. Ooh. The 2D water? Yeah, nothing really getting in the way of the song. Good emotional growth. The drama. I can hear a familiar motif in there too. I've heard a lot of Nod Cry music, so I couldn't tell you what the motif exactly is from. A lot of angel visage going on here. I actually really like that they just let the song... Ooh, there's more. It just keeps giving. Okay, so as I was gonna say, I love that the song doesn't have anything that gets in the way of it. They just kind of let the whole video speak for itself instead of needing dialogue or any cutaways for anything. They just let the song be a part of the narrative process as it should be, and just leaving it alone is really the most powerful choice, and this is a great example of that. So this song is beautiful for a myriad of reasons if it wasn't obvious. I'm definitely going to be talking a little bit about the video itself, even though this isn't an animation analysis one. It does kind of have so much to do with the song that it would be hard to avoid, but either way, gorgeous track. I'm sure that the motif I was hearing here is probably her theme specifically, and might have been utilized for other themes in Nod Cry, which I have stumbled upon, not just through listening to them on the channel, which is, to be fair, the majority of the exposure I've had to the area, but I have ran around and done some like general collection of stuff for like Lauma's levels and getting her up to snuff on experience and everything. There is going to be a lot of that, and now that I have Columbina, I am going to have to go into that little like peninsula area, which I didn't even know existed till today, because there is a teleport up there, probably for that exact reason of having some access up there as they do, but I'm going to have to do that because I'm going to need some of those flowers from up in that area. Point aside though, this is a really beautiful song. I love the drama in it. I love how it flowed. It reflects the character and she reflects it perfectly. Just nail on the head, beautiful, perfect parallels of this character's majesty, her flight, her general like light-footedness, you know? She almost has this like pixie energy to her. It's not like the sort of like childish, playful sort of pixie. It's definitely more like dancey ballerina, obviously, given her design and everything. It makes a lot of sense. I'm also noticing now, even though I got the character, I didn't really pay attention to how much like feather stuff and like bird visage is on her. There's a lot of stuff that's like pointing in that direction. Also angelic vibes too. So like maybe that's more part of her character than I know. Maybe she's kind of like an angel in this world. But again, the song, just back to that, because that is the core of this. It's such an amazing thing to be able to hear a song actually bring you through the narrative without having to have any sort of dialogue, because it says enough. It starts calm, it starts soft, it starts with just a couple of instruments, and we do swell up a few times. There are points in the video where you can see this expansion of like her experiencing things that are getting more dramatic and more stressful. She's like fighting through this, and all of that is obviously reflected in the music. You can hear those swells and those shrinks constantly throughout here, but there's also plenty of points of relief, like she was saved, like that one spot where she was caught by that dude in the like suit, I guess, like the armor. I mean, like what's going on with that? And it can't be difficult to figure out exactly what that is when it is such an interpretive form of art like dance is. So seeing something like that, I'm like, okay, so there is that tragedy there. And then like her kind of like fainting back into it was like she was falling and somebody saved her. That's all pretty obvious, but the song reflecting that beautifully as well makes me go, oh, so this is like an exact replica of like what her life story must be. At least that's what I'm assuming here, which then gives me the idea that, okay, there's a bunch of strings and everything and she's hoisted up by them. Is there some sort of parallel to puppetry? Maybe she is a puppet or treated like one now where she used to be free. Maybe that moment that I saw with like the little girl on the floor was actually her. And that is just like a moment of her looking back and reflecting on those days. In which case, I don't know how she got to where she is. Is she like a human in this world, or is she already like a god or a goddess and they just grow in that way? Maybe she was kind of like a demigod potentially, something like that. Either way, it's still amazing how much you can just hear in the song even without the visuals. They do show a lot, they don't tell, which is exactly why I love that they don't have any dialogue, but the fact that you can just hear all these emotional beats constantly. This is why I say I don't usually need a trailer or a video to go along with something. I don't need to see the boss fight, because when the composers are this competent, you don't need any of that extra information if you have any base of media literacy at all. You can hear these emotional swells in the song and be able to go, man, this is a lot. There's a lot of emotion in here. Every single little accent in this song that they do on the piano, every single little extra detail that they throw in here to make you go, oh, that's supposed to feel more lighthearted and bouncy, a little bit more free, and then it gets more intense once like the strings show up. There seems to be something being held back. So again, without the visuals, you could already feel that. And this is the sort of thing that allowed me years ago to start experiencing media like this and be able to pull it apart the way I do now. I paid attention to the correlation between visuals and music and everything else. I started really leaning into, okay, how do you show things instead of telling them? It was one of my favorite narrative devices in general, and now what I see as basically a rule. You should show what you can. You don't need to tell everybody everything. And that's what got me to this point of not needing these visuals in order to feel what they're doing in the song. And this song, like I've been saying this whole time, did that amazingly well. This entire piece is beautifully phrased in such a way that you can follow that narrative line from start to finish and understand what's going on. I mean, there was that spot where it stopped, but that's why I was so surprised when it came back in, because I thought that we were done. It hit a resolution. Everything was finished. Or were we? Apparently not. There's more to be told here. This isn't the end of her story. We haven't gotten there yet. There's still moments in this that are trying to get you to go, hey, pay attention. You are now in it. You're not just experiencing something from the past. This isn't a historical document. This isn't just something that was written in a book and then put into a physical format for you to experience. This isn't just a stage play. This is her life happening now. And even though there was a pause there, that could have been decades, millennia maybe, in that gap of time, where then now we're starting to get a little bit more music in there. She's starting to wake up again. Maybe there's a factor of that in her plot as well. Again, I don't know what this character is, who she is, you know, like how long she may have been around. For all I know, she could be a primordial beast that has been in existence since before Teyvat existed. I haven't gotten that far. I guess the best way to phrase it is, I don't believe that she's an Archon maybe, but something similar like the Adeptus in Leeway. I'm not entirely positive that that's exactly what might be going on here, but it wouldn't really shock me if that is the case. Something that has been around for millennia, seen the experience and expanse of their people, but at the same time with her gap in this music, it's making me wonder if she might have just been absent for most of that, locked away in some sort of pocket dimension that she can't get out of to experience, at least not until much later when potentially we showed up or something woke her up. And now what's the deal there? Now how is she going to handle that? Is she experienced enough? How long has she been around? Who the fuck is the guy that caught her? You know, is he relevant to her waking up, or is he the reason she fell asleep? Is there no correlation there? All of this is stuff I don't know and questions I now have. And even though I had no idea who she was before, this gives me a great overview of who she could become. And I think that's the point of this. To have those gaps in there at the end goes from, okay, that was just a historical retelling of who she was, and it shifted it into, okay, now we're a part of it. Now we're here. This is a gap of time that is undefined for me, and I don't know if we're actually a part of that or if it's just more of a kind of a light tap on the shoulder to be like, hey, wake up. It's time for you to deal with this. I don't know. That's the worst part about this, though. As much as I love trying to break down these songs, I don't know the characters as well as a lot of players do. And while I do enjoy that and the ability to try and theorize to the best of my abilities within what I know, that's not everything. So there are definitely parts of me that disagree with myself even as I talk now, because I don't know, and I hate trying to like put forward things that are pure speculation because it feels disingenuous. But at the same time, isn't that what all theorizing is? Either way though, gorgeous song. I have no qualms with it. Fantastic work here. Also, amazing animation on it overall. Like I said, I was going to bring up a lot of the points in it, which I did reference a lot of them, but overall animation quality, fucking top tier. I loved that they had like the 2D water hitting her feet and everything. Like, that was sick. I love it when they do mixed media like that. Great addition for that stylistic shift there, where like everything started to feel a little bit different in the story, and there was something else changing on that with the piano being involved. It's just a really beautiful song and a breathtaking overall project. So I'm excited to see what Columbina has in store. Obviously in the story many months later, I don't think I'm going to be getting to her stuff really anytime soon, probably sometime by the end of the year if I'm lucky, maybe. But either way, I'm excited to play as her because she seems fun. I just need to get her leveled up so she doesn't get her ass kicked on my current team, but we'll get there in time. But I think I'm done yapping for now, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want me to get to something else, by all means, drop in the comments below and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if you just enjoyed this video and you want to follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, you know how to do all that, and I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!